Welcome to the Leadership Secrets from Women Leaders segment at Women Lines. Today we are having Esther An, Chief Sustainability Officer at City Developments Limited. She is TEDx and conference speaker also, an active advocate for green building and sustainability for over 2 decades. Esther has been instrumental in establishing CDR's leadership in sustainability. It is ranked top real estate company on 2020 Global 100 most sustainable corporations in the world and is also the only CDP A-listed company for climate strategy and water security in Southeast Asia. The founder of Women for Green and Youth for Climate initiatives, Esther believes in engaging and empowering women and youths as a force for change towards a sustainable future for all. Welcome, Esther, at Women Lines.
Hi, thank you for having me, and this is wonderful, initiative. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, yes, we are eager to know. Please share your uniqueness, which has helped you to become the leader of your industry.
Well, first, I think every woman, has her own uniqueness, and I'm really happy to share my own humble journey. And we are actually living in a world with many climate and social crises. Some seems to be really too overwhelmingly large to tackle.
Correct.
So women actually represent half of the world's population, right? And then definitely women can play a significant role to contribute solutions to these problems. In fact, in the sustainability, domain, there are many amazing women. I actually have a lot of so-called green sisters who have been working really, really hard to make a positive impact. And all this green sister is not just confined to the real estate sector where I came from. And in fact, we have a lot, whether it is like renewable energy, whether it is, resilient cities, and even C40s, World Green Building Council, and even in the investment community and all. So it need not to be just the building sectors that we are looking at. And I think in the real estate sector, we have the uniqueness of like getting close to people's heart, because you don't need to be in the real estate sector. You are working, living, entertaining, and studying and using real estate. And do you know that actually people spend about 90% indoor? So how you manage and use your real estate can make a huge difference to the environment. So if I can, trace back to how I started the journey, in 1995 as a young mother, I just gave birth to one baby, the second baby, and then my elder baby was like less than 2 years old at that time. So I was like thinking aloud, it's like, as a mom, what will the future be for my children, So that set me thinking that, I was working in a bank, looking at, a branding and a product development and all that. So what I feel is like, hey, I need to find a role that hopefully I can influence, do something for the environment and, do something a little bit more impactful. So that came really good opportunities that CDL, which is actually a Singapore pioneering, developer established in 1963. They were looking for an, public relations and branding specialist to set up the PR department. So that's how I took it up. And without any building sector experience, I took it up because they need a communicator, they need a branding, specialist. So I took it up and charged from there. That was 1995, January 2nd. Wow. And until now, and what I did was, I was very thankful to the then managing director, the late Mr. Kwek Ling Ju. He hired me with the faith that, this candidate seems to have very strong purpose in mind to join this industry. Even without experience, he gave me that, the mandate that he wants someone without baggage, without old baggage of what cannot be done. And he wants someone to come in to do something that I think it can be done, So that's how we started the journey. We established the ethos of like conserving as we construct. During that time, very few people would talk about climate change or global warming or, sustainability was not even in the agenda of the business and all that. So that's how we started. That was 26 years ago. And up to today, conserving as we construct still remain as our corporate ethos and the foundation of what we do in the so-called today's ESG, environment, social, and governance. So, and today I'm no longer called crazy. You know, when I first started, people call me crazy and all that. And now I think people do respect that. It's like, hey, you know, this company has taken, you know, the pioneering move, and
Wow.
we show them that this is really something that it is so apt today, you know, saving the world, you know, and now you read about the IPCC report, which was actually described as a code red for humanity.
Correct.
If we don't do anything, that could really threaten the survival of, you know, humanity.
Very
So
true.
as a mother, of course, I'm very, very concerned. And in fact, since 2020, it really was a year of awakening. The world woke up to the fact that the health of the planet, people, even economy and businesses are all interrelated and all interconnected. You know, so that's why I think, you know, whether men or women can do our part, you know, in really helping to save the world, save the future, and you know, to recover better, greener, and also more sustainable. And women definitely need to, you know, charge forward and let our voice and presence felt and heard, and play a more leading role for a sustainable future for generations to come.
Amazing, inspirational share. See, we are having a woman leader who followed her inner calling. She had a faith in herself, her faith in saving the environment, and she followed the journey. And here we are having her for so many years. Amazing work, saving the planet, putting efforts, creating that environment so that everybody is working together to achieve the common goal. Awesome share, Esther. One question I also want to ask: how do you think we can have more women leaders across the globe? Can you
Mhm.
share some
Well,
insights?
I don't mean to stereotype, okay, but arguably, women really do have certain attributes that can, you know, become a strong leader, especially in the sustainability area. First, the first C is we care. We are more caring by nature.
Very
And
true.
we really, you know, look around, and then we are more observant, you know, we care more and about whether it is nature, animal, you know, people around us and all. And we are also, you know, quite committed to our cause. Once we
Very
set
true.
our mind to do things, you know, and you know, women, we are really very strong-headed if we set our mind to do something, you know. So we are caring, we are committed. And I think one thing is very good is like, you know, since young, you know, women, I know my daughter and myself all love to dream, all,
Yes.
you know, quite creative in a way. And we are more creative and more flexible to find solutions. So I think these are really good attributes, you know, being caring, being nurturing, and being creative. And I think one also very important part is we are very communicative.
Correct.
Women's are very good in, you know, the so-called storytelling, and we are quite persuasive. And today, no point for you to do, you know, good things and then hide in your own shell. You have to come out and then, you know, build a bigger, you know, ecosystem of friends, network, stakeholders, be an influencer that you can communicate, you know, to do well and do good and engage more people. And the only C that I think it is missing in some women is actually confidence. Okay, I
I
know
suppose.
that some of the, you know, some of the staff when they are actually some exciting position or even overseas, you know, assignment, being a woman, they will think twice. They will like, oh, let me discuss with my husband, or let me discuss with my parents, you know. So, and some will feel like, oh, I go there alone, you know, this foreign country, whether I can do my job, you know, what if, you know, a lot of what if. So
Okay.
if you can give yourself a bit more confidence, your employer will have more confidence in you too. So if you can work on this field C, you know, then you will really, you know, be all the way to be a women leader. Yeah, so
Great,
change the
great
world
insights.
together.
Awesome share, Esther. So, friends, come out of your shell, have confidence in your dreams, dream big, and work towards achieving your dreams. Great information and great tips by Esther. I'm so grateful to you for your time. I wish you all the best for your future. Thank you so much for coming at Women Lives. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.